July 25, 1946. A quiet bridge in rural Georgia became the scene of what many call America's last mass lynching. But what happened at the Moores Ford Bridge wasn't just a crime. It was a cover-up that shook the nation. For young black sharecroppers, George and Mae Murray Dorsey and Roger and Dorothy Malcolm were riding home after Roger was bailed out of jail. Their supposed crime? Roger had an argument with a white farmer, and that alone was enough to sign his death warrant in Jim Crow, Georgia. As their car crossed the Moores Ford Bridge, it was stopped by a white mob, about a dozen men armed and waiting. The victims were dragged out. No trial, no mercy. They were shot over 60 times, right there by the riverbank. Mae Murray was pregnant. She was killed too. The brutality of the killings made national headlines. President Harry Truman was so horrified that he ordered the FBI to investigate, the first ever federal probe into a civil rights lynching. The FBI interviewed more than 2,700 people. They even had names. But when the grand jury met, no one would testify. No indictments. No justice. The mob walked free, protected by fear, silence, and the power of white supremacy. For decades, the truth lay buried under that bridge. But the people never forgot. In the late 1990s, activists, historians, and locals began reopening the case, demanding accountability. Even half a century later, they held annual reenactments, not to glorify the violence, but to remember, to educate, and to keep the story alive. Because remembering isn't about reopening wounds. It's about healing through truth. The Moores Ford Bridge isn't just a place of tragedy. It's a reminder of the fight for justice that never truly ends. Nearly 80 years later, no one has ever been charged. But the names of George, Mae, Roger, and Dorothy still echo through time. A haunting reminder that silence is never justice. If this story moved you, don't let it fade away. Like, share, and comment. Remember Moores Ford to keep their memory alive. Because history only dies when we stop telling it.